Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Dre back with another episode of Dre's State of Mind. You know what I'm saying? Just over here, just trying to be consistent with it. You know what I mean? How's everybody doing since the last episode? Hope everybody's doing good. I've been doing all right, man. Just following, you know what I'm saying, the NFL and different sports and everything like that. Right now, topic is the NFL off season and the NBA. Season, well, the regular season winding down. So that's all I've really been, and like just going to work, and that's pretty much it, man. Oh, also started on Coursera. Been studying this Google data analytics course. Right now I would say it's pretty good. If you're looking to learn like a new, I guess like something new, like a new course or a new skill or something like that, you want to try Coursera, it's like $40 for like the one course or whatever, and usually I guess you'll get done within like maybe 5 6 months or something like that, depending on like how you pace it or whatever. Like if you really want to challenge yourself and go for it, I mean, because I think like one joint is the one course I'm doing is foundations is data everywhere. That shit is like a 5 week course, and then you go into another course. So I guess like that's what it takes so long. I think it might be like 7 or 8 courses that I got to take in order to then take the certification test to get certified in data analytics with Google, and can go into the real world and use that skill. So, I'm just trying to springboard and go into different aspects of my professional career. So, yeah, I just need more money, man. I need more money, and it's something I like to do. You know what I'm saying? Like being in computers and stuff like that. Something I like to do. So, might as well, if you got to work, might as well do something that you love, because ain't no sense in you going to a job that you hate every fucking day, because then you're going to complain about that shit. So, trust me, I've been there. I've been there. Right now, I'm back at Amazon. I'm just trying to make the best of it right now. And, I already know what to expect, and just won't let them get me down or defeat me. Where I'm at right now in the management, they switched up some stuff. So they let you just rock, just let you. Most of these people don't know who I am, because most of the people, when I first started there, like back in 2015, like majority of them are gone. So nobody really knows me. They just know I'm hitting rate. They know I know what I'm doing, and they just leave me alone. And I just sneak my fucking earbuds in, and on the floor, just listen to music, and just leave me alone. Just let me do what I do. That's all I want you to do when I go to work. Like, I don't want any extra shit, unless I'm getting paid for it. You know what I'm saying? Unless I get paid for extra stuff. But that's pretty much it, man. So I hope everybody else is doing good out there. And just happen to be breezing through some news articles and stuff like that. Now I seen this one uh, video on Twitter. I seen it on Twitter, but I actually seen well, today. I just seen on Fox News the video of a off-duty Chicago cop who actually shot an assailant. Um, and I was like, pretty much, he kind of deserved, I guess, like what got what he got coming to him. I hate to say it, but so it says Chicago Civilian Office of Police Accountability, which is COPA, released multiple third-party videos because it was captured on, I guess, a video surveillance camera on a building, like I'm assuming like an apartment building or something. Released a video, third-party video, of the off-duty city police officer and an unarmed alleged robber, along with the audio recordings of the 911 calls from the incident. The incident took place January 18th when a female police officer walked out of a building to break up what appeared to be an argument involving 4 people. Now, the fight between 4 men took place on the 1300 block of West 90th Street. The 4 individuals can be heard on the video arguing, well, in the video arguing as they shouted over one another. the officer tried to intervene. At one point, the officer tells them that it was okay and to calm down. Three of them walked away, but Levon M. Smith, who was 39, stayed behind. Excuse me. Now, the two were speaking, and as the officer turned to walk away, Smith allegedly grabbed her from behind and grabbed her gun and tried to disarm her. And you can hear the police officer, which I heard that she was like, "I'll kill you, I'll kill you." The officer warned Smith she was trying to wrestle herself free from Smith's grip. As they both fell to the ground, as they struggled over the weapon, she fired her first shot at Smith. Smith could be heard saying, "I'm sorry," before she fired her second shot. "Oh shit, you got me, you got me." I guess that's what Smith said. The officer said, "I told you, dumb." I think it's said, "I told you, dumbass, I'd kill you." And then she fired a third shot. Smith, he replied, "Damn, baby, I'm sorry. Okay, okay, okay." Then she said, "Now your dumbass going to jail." He said, "I don't want to die, baby, please." He replied. The officer shouted for someone to call for help, call the police. "I just shot somebody." "You thought I was playing," the officer shouted. And she said, "I told you I'd kill you. I told you I'd shoot you." "He tried to steal the gun from me. Call the police," she shouted. Voices in one of the videos could be heard speaking to the officer. She continues to tell them to call the police. A man is heard saying, "Call the police, guys." "I don't give a fuck about him," the officer said. "He just tried to rob me." Copa released the 911 call that was placed during the original argument between the four individuals, and males can be heard saying, "Give me my bag, bro. These people took my bag, and I don't and won't give me my bag back." Other voices can be heard arguing with the male. Witnesses called 911. There was a lady outside with a gun, and she shot someone. Y'all, one woman said. The officer called 911 and told the dispatcher that she had shot someone and she was off duty. "He tried to rob me," she told the operator. So moments later, in one of the videos, first responders showed up and asked the off-duty officer where she had shot Smith. She told him she didn't know. The officer was taken to Little Company of Mary Hospital to be treated for a laceration above her right eye. Smith was taken to Christ Medical Center. He was left with the wounds in his pinky, his left palm, abdomen, and right hip, according to the incident report. Smith was charged with an charged with an offense of attempted robbery and aggravated battery in a public place, according to the Chicago Police Department. So yeah, I mean, kind of asked for the kind of asked to get shot. Like, I seen the video, and my man he just reached, like, you know what I'm saying, like, for her, and I don't understand like why he tried to do that shit. And I mean, she shot his ass, but I guess like maybe one or two shots would have been all right, but the third one kind of. I mean, it was argued that it kind of was excessive. This dude was already on the ground and he wasn't getting back up, but you know what I'm saying? She shot him again. I mean, if you fear for your life, you're trying to make sure that this person ain't getting back up, I guess. So I never really been in that situation and hope I don't have to be. According to Fox 32, the complaint alleged the officer used excessive and violent physical force, and knew or should have known that such force was not necessary in light of the circumstances. The lawsuit claims Smith's estate was diminished by virtue of the medical and funeral expenses that were incurred, adding that his family suffered injuries as a result of his death, including but not limited to the loss of companionship in society, grief, sorrow, and mental anguish. The officer was placed on a routine administrative duties for 30 days. So I guess we're going to see exactly what happens, I guess with this situation. But it looks like it's probably going to be like business as usual because, like I said, like he provoked the incident first. So see what happens, man. But hey, like I just tell people, don't participate in your own death, man. Just don't do it. Like I don't understand like why he attacked her in the first place, and what he was trying to prove. But like the saying goes, he fucked around and he found out, and now my man is pretty much in a forever rectangle. He is in his forever box in the dirt, and he's not coming back. So yeah, I just found that shit interesting because I seen that shit on Twitter first, and then I was just like, damn. All right, so they actually had a news article on this shit. So let me see what the hell's going on. And yeah, that's the development with that situation that's going on right now. And I guess I'll just get into the next topic. Now, I guess in stupid ass news or dumb fuck news or shit stupid motherfuckers I said news. So Mitt Romney has a blunt message for Marjorie Taylor Greene. Marjorie Taylor Greene is she's one of the stupidest people that I've seen, and I don't know why they keep giving this dumb bitch a fucking platform. First of all, she looked like a older Trevor Lawrence, the quarterback from the quarterback from the Jacksonville Jaguars. Like she looks like an older Trevor Lawrence. Like she could be this motherfucker's mom or some shit like that. So Senator Mitt Romney has dismissed Marjorie Taylor Greene's call for a national divorce that would separate the blue states from the red ones. And Romney said, I think Abraham Lincoln dealt with this kind of insanity. We're not going to divide the country. It's united we stand, divided we fall. And more and more, especially on the Republican side, like these motherfuckers keep showing more and more of their racism every fucking day. And like people that actually, support this type of stupid shit, like, they're just racist as well. And that's just the way I look at it. Like, you motherfuckers are just racist as hell. And I guess like now it's 2023, like motherfuckers is just getting more and more bold with it. Like I keep telling people like, this country, like this shit keep trending. This maybe in the next 15, 20 years or something like that. Like niggas might be going into like another civil war or some shit because you have like you have people before they were able to, I guess, like disguise their racism and their extremism and things of that nature. But like now with the social media and you know people who believe in these conspiracy theories and things of that nature, like people are really fucking bold with this shit now. Like they're just bold with it out on Front Street, letting people know this is where I stand, which is cool. Like, cause I like to know where people stand at. I don't like fake people who just, they're racist or whatever, or they really don't fuck with you, and they don't say shit. Like, you know what I'm saying, trying to hide it. Like, nah, let me know where the fuck you stand at right now, so I know whether or not to fuck with you or not. So, but ever since she's got a platform, like Marjorie Taylor Greene she's just been saying stupid shit for like the past few years. Like since I've heard of her, she's been saying stupid shit. She's been out here, you know, on some conspiracy shit. Green, a conspiracy theorist and a close ally of House Speaker Kevin McCarthy, said under her plan, red states could openly discriminate against LGBTQ people and strip Democrats who move to those states of basic voting rights and among other things. Like this is like the extremist type shit that I'm talking about. Like first of all, I don't understand like what like vendetta that these Republicans / conservatives have against like gay people. Like for the most part, gay people like they're just like everybody else except for they just like the same sex. Like I don't understand. Like motherfuckers just be minding their business and they can't stand the motherfuckers like the homosexuals and transgenders and all that who live their lives like loud and proud and shit like that, and like they're proud of who they are. Like they're not in the closet. They're not tiptoeing around straight people and everything like that. Like so I don't understand exactly. And then like they use the Bible as a crutch. like, oh, it's an abomination, and you know, it was a sin in the Bible and blah 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 and all this and that. That shit is a man made fucking book, man. Like my nigga, like y'all niggas is letting a fucking book like pretty much dictate the way that you live your life. Now, there are some really good basic constructs in the Bible that, I mean, the shit is just basically a book of common sense. So it's like, love thy neighbor and things of that nature. But with them, it's just like I don't love my neighbor if they're I love my neighbor, but I don't love them if my neighbor if they're gay, which is fucking ridiculous. It also in there it says like adultery is a sin and blah 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 and all this and that, but that's the majority of the reason why fucking marriages nowadays be fucking ending up in divorce and shit like that. So it's just like you just can't pick and choose like which sins that which sins are cool and then like which sins are not cool and everything like that. But you know, in my opinion, like being homosexual or transgender or pan or whatever like you are on the LGBTQ plus spectrum or whatever, like there's nothing wrong with that shit. Like unless they're actually doing something to attack you or messing with children or something like that, then other than that, like there's nothing wrong with same sex couples loving each other like that. What the fuck, like that shit, it makes absolutely no sense. So like why would you just want to openly discriminate against LGBTQ people and then strip Democrats of their basic voting rights if they move to a different state? Like this shit is fucking stupid. So critics on both sides of the aisle have denounced the plan, with some calling ITV treacherous and evil. But Green, who spoke last year at a white nationalist event, isn't backing down. She is doubling down, getting a sympathetic ear from Sean Hannity. He's another bitch ass nigga. And I bet you Sean Hannity's probably a closeted homosexual because he looked kind of suspect. He always looks suspect to me. So, he's kind of back. He's backing the idea or whatever. First of all, I don't even know how the fuck this motherfucker still got a platform, but motherfuckers listen to him. So the shit is just fucking crazy, yo. So Romney dismissed, Green and others on the extremes. There are some people in my party and the other party that say things to try to get a headline. Well, they say things and try to and no, I'm fucking all the way up. There are some people in my party and the other party that say things to try and get a headline, and get people to send them money, and that happens to be in today's loony left, or should I say loony right, Romney said. He's not alone among his state's GOP contingent in slamming Green. Utah Governor Spencer Cox wrote on Twitter, this rhetoric is destructive and wrong and honestly evil. We don't need a divorce. We don't need marriage. We don't need marriage counseling. We need elected leaders that don't profit by tearing us apart. We can disagree without hate. Healthy conflict was critical to our nation's founding and survival. So, yeah, Marjorie Taylor Greene is a fucking idiot, and like as I said, like this is what she does. Like she gets people who think the same way. Like she basically just panders to the people who think this way. Maybe she doesn't believe this shit, but like this is big business for her. So it's just like, all right, let me put on this front that I'm like this extremist and shit like that, just so I can go get money. Maybe she don't believe that half of the stupid shit that she says. Like I don't fucking know, but politics has turned into a big fucking business. This shit's been a big business for fucking decades now. Like, cause politicians, you can go in there starting off as a fresh broke ass politician, and then you rise through the ranks and everything like that. Getting money from people who actually contribute to your campaign, and you're getting money from lobbyists, you're getting paid off and everything like that. So it's just like, yeah, and then you're investing money in the businesses and certain businesses got you in the pockets and everything like that. This is how these motherfuckers get paid, man. Like I keep telling people, they don't give a fuck about the well being of the rest of us, like the rest of the citizens. Like some people, some politicians, like I guess they do, but the majority of the politicians in DC, like the shit is like it's corrupt, and I don't understand how Marjorie Taylor Greene, strong face ass, got elected. No, in she's in Georgia, right? I believe so. Yeah. She's a representative in Georgia. How the fuck did she even get voted in as a representative to Georgia? So, like, I guess like outside of like the major cities, like I guess Savannah, Atlanta, and Augusta or whatever in Georgia, black people really got to keep their head on the swivel. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to stay strapped up. You got to stay tooled up because these are the type of people that are in the outskirts of Georgia. You know what I'm saying? Like, so this shit is fucking ridiculous. But it's not just in Georgia because, you got other red states that people think like this shit too. So, yeah, man, like this shit is like, it's people nowadays, man, like, it's just fucking ridiculous. Like, and people just be peddling hate for profit. And I don't understand like how you can go to bed at night and you could live with yourself because you're sitting up here dividing the country and feeding other people's extreme views and everything like that just so you can make a quick buck. Like the shit is ridiculous. And that's all I can really say. But I'm glad that other Republicans are calling Marjorie Taylor Greene out because she's a fucking idiot. So in what the fuck, this shit can only probably happen in Florida news. All right, so there was a lady who was pulled over for not having a seatbelt in Florida, and then a cop looked at her leggings. That was pretty much the title of the article that I'm about to go over. Now it says Florida's Flagler County Sheriff's Office was busy over the weekend thanks to the Daytona 500 on Sunday and the long President's Weekend into Monday. The 500-mile-long NASCAR Cup Series race held annually in Daytona International Speedway attracted thousands of people to the area, along with some troublemakers. The agency said, "Wow, deputies in Flagler, which is about 25 miles north, made 19 arrests between 6 a.m. Friday and 6 a.m. on Monday. Over 1,009 calls for service came in, and 202 traffic stops were initiated. Now, while many visitors were in the area for the Daytona 500 this past weekend, some decided to visit the Green Roof Inn, posted Sheriff Rick Staley, referencing the nickname for his jail. Oh, it's the Green Roof Inn. Okay. So I guess their jail has a green roof. And including a few notable calls. One incident involving 49-year-old St. Augustine woman who was initially pulled over for a seatbelt violation. Now, according to a police report around 10 p.m. on Sunday, a deputy stopped a woman on the North Ocean Shore Boulevard in Palm Coast for not buckling up. Now, the driver of the white Dodge Caravan did not initially stop after the FCSO's patrol car's emergency lights were turned on behind her, according to the arrest affidavit. Now, the car, in quotations, took an abnormal amount of time to pull over, passing multiple safe and clear areas along the unpaved shoulder, wrote the arresting deputy in the report. This is unusual, as I have conducted many traffic stops throughout my law enforcement career, most of which the operator pulls over immediately after engaging my emergency lights. Now, the woman told the deputy that she could not provide proof of insurance, but that her male passenger would retrieve the information by calling the owner and asking where it was in the vehicle. Now, while the passenger spoke with the car owner on the phone, the deputy asked the driver if she had any drugs on her, and she said no, according to the report. The driver then stepped out of the Dodge, allowing the deputy to look in her purse. Inside was a small vial of a brown syrup like substance consisting of hashish oil. Said the Post. Now, a blue pouch bearing the letter J was found tucked into her leggings by the appendix area. In the bag was an orange pill bottle containing several other narcotics. The suspect was placed under arrest on charges of possession of fentanyl, cocaine, methamphetamine, hashish, and drug paraphernalia. She was held with no bond. Now, people who got drugs on them, or if you're transporting drugs, if you just got drugs on you in general, like, you would think that if you got something illegal on you, that you're just going to obey the law, like just obey the rules of the road, to not bring any attention to you. And like, you kind of, I mean, that's an easy fucking target right there. That's an easy bullseye. That's what these cops do. They drive around and they look for people who don't have their seatbelt on, and then that give that opens the door for them to like try to find anything else that you might have. So it's just like, just take care of that shit and don't give the cop a way, especially if you're doing some illegal shit, like a way to arrest you. Like, like you just wilding like that. That's just some stupid shit. And like, hey, I don't feel sorry for her. She deserves to get arrested. I just thought that shit was funny as hell. I just wanted to share that fucking story because I'm just like, yo, how stupid can you be? Like, you actually out here got illegal drugs on you, but you're not gonna buckle up and bring attention to you, so a cop will pull you over for a fucking seatbelt, and then it'd be like, oh, you know what? Then do you have any weapons in the car? Do you have any drugs on you? Like, that's when they start asking the questions and shit like that. And then depending on how you start acting, then that's when they're gonna be like, oh, I think there's something else. We might have to check some shit out. So, yeah. Well, like I said before in the other story, like, don't participate in your own death, and don't participate in your own incarceration either. Like, that's just fucking stupid. Like, only in Florida, baby. Only in Florida. All right, so that's going to be it for today's episode of Dre's State of Mind. I just wanted to thank everybody for taking the time out to listen, and shares and likes, and it is good and everything. But I appreciate all those who actually listen to the podcast. And yeah, man, like I said before, if you guys want to hear anything or hear me cover anything, or want me to talk about a certain subject, just let me know. Leave me a voicemail. There should be a link at the bottom of this podcast, wherever you're listening to it. Spotify, Apple Music, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Anchor, wherever you listen to your podcast. There should be a little link in there. Click on that link, and you can leave me a voicemail. If you want to have any messages of encouragement, if you don't like anything that I said or whatever, just give me some engagement, and just click on that link on the bottom. But appreciate everybody. Hope everybody has a great day, and until we meet again, everybody be safe. All right, peace.